biggest coup. 2007, when we first started, having that range ready and people coming in that evening and buying a watch. I remember that conversation with my wife, and she was saying, well, how many do you think you're going to sell this year? And I honestly, we sat down and I was saying, do you know if there's 50 people out there who are willing to buy a Bremont above many of the other lovely brands out there? It'd be a real achievement. And that night we sold a few, and that was a really, really, really good start. For me, that was great. The other big thing that I remember is Silverstone when the first case came off. And that was another stepping stone. But there's been so many, haven't there?
I think, yeah, holding the first prototype you spent years and years on, that you're happy with, and you think, actually, this is the final prototype, we've done it. That's very exciting. I think when we first started bringing all our watch assembly over to the UK, and that's a massive thing for us, because you're training up watchmakers, you're doing the whole stock control, you're doing the QC, you're doing everything, and that to start going through that level was huge. So I think,
and you see the apprentices. That is really sweet. Actually, you go through Henley now, the sawmill, and you'll see rows of watch technicians and watchmakers putting these things together, and they haven't been in that skill set, or they haven't been in that industry before, and we've trained them, and that's a lovely thing. But each day there's something else you feel.
I think it's constantly challenging, and then to be asked to be involved in America's Cup, to be asked to work with Boeing. There's all these sort of highs, and there's lots of lows as well, and lots of areas of obviously going grey, looking after
finding my brother a job was always a good one.
It's very kind of you to give me a job.
That's okay.
But yeah, so I think that there are many different sort of hurdles we've got over, and but there'll be many more. And we're ambitious the way we want to take this.
It's a long journey. I think we're making small steps. The first step was bringing the watch assembly, the watch technician side over, and obviously the design, which is no small feat when you're making thousands of watches a year. It's hard. It really is hard. The second step was saying, right, we're going to make our cases, which again is no small step, because you're not just trying to. We have a lot of Formula One guys who are amazing, from Williams and other pro driving companies like that, and whilst you can manufacture the part, you've realised it's not just an engineered part, but it's got to look good as well. So finishing becomes a big part. So that was a good step. And now we're obviously trundling down the movement side, which is going to probably take years, actually.
Yeah, and on the design level, we're making amazing headway, and it's very exciting. But when you're designing a watch, it's to what level do you want to do it yourselves? And certain components and screws, whatever, if you're not making millions of them, there's no point doing it in-house. So there's that constant daily decision making, do you buy the machine or not? So it's a long way to go, but it's very exciting, and I think we've made a considerable amount of headway.